Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'll show you what are the best use cases for each type of language model. We'll start with the image language models as for architecture rendering is the most used aspect related to AI. This is the closest application. And then we'll review some research techniques with Grok and Claude. And we see each tool what can it do or not. So we are in this AI aggregator called use.ai. I use the trial. It's like $1.50 or something like that for 7 days, which is pretty cool to fiddle around with models. Now we have this main image on which we want to add this furniture, and this was a reference for testing various workflows. So the old Nano Banana model performs kind of poorly. If you can see, one sofa has been added, the rest of the furniture is not good, and also the room is completely changed. So we can scrap this version. Then we have Nano Banana 2, which is slightly better. No, it's far better. The proportion is kept, which is very good. The curtain is kind of moved compared to the original image. The proportion is kept, which is good. The problem is that the furniture isn't put exactly as it should be. So it has been placed, but it's no way uh, identical to the furniture itself. So we might go and check Nano Banana 2 with some other furniture and the same reference image. We see that we have a problem on the left, which has added a new reflection or room, which is kind of weird. Also, the furniture doesn't match. Then we have Nano Banana Pro. Uh, it has done better, has kept the perspective. Uh, it has added the furniture. The thing is that it doesn't match. Thirdly, we have Flux Pro. I like the way it renders. It renders very professionally. The thing is that its understanding is limited, unfortunately. We have Flux Flex, so it has understood the space and kept the proportions, but the furniture is wrong. The furniture is wrong again for Flux 2 Max. Now the question is that the renderings via these API form, I guess this application connects through APIs to all the models and you check them in one place and you pay for one subscription for more tools. And that may pose a problem. Maybe the API based image generator is not as good as the native image generators, so we might go to other application to check. And now we have Nano Banana Pro within the app, and we can see that the furniture has been added successfully. So we have this furniture, which is on the right. We have this couch, which is right behind. We have another sofa or armchair in the back of the room, and we have this table with these upside down color cups, and we have basically the interior, and I'm pretty satisfied by it. So the proportions are kept, most of it, and yeah. So with Nano Banana Pro within the interface, we can say that we have a good renderer. If you write the prompt adequately, you can obtain good results. Generally, when you write prompts with Gemini, you write a sequence. You do an action, render the interior or whatever it is. If you want it, then add style, add the scenario, mention to keep the proportion fixed for the image, and then add some negative prompts to not modify the image proportions or the textures or the building, etc. That would be the basic structure. Render the object in the style of whatever the style name is. Mention log proportion or something related to keeping facades, or be specific in what you want. And then after you say log proportions, then you can add some negative prompts. Do not modify XYZ, whatever it is that you want to not modify. And you should have a good image. And now we can switch to ChatGPT. So we will add an image or several images. Let's see. So we have this reference image, and let's see if I can add 3 images. I think I'm on the free tier, so I'm not sure if I can add more. It seems that no. For the moment I will be satisfied, so I'll copy the prompt from here and see what it can do. Create an image, and we will wait to render, and most likely it will keep the proportions. Let's see. We won't have as many furnitures as I'm on the free plan. I do not have the plus subscription, but you can fiddle around anyway. We also have Grok in meantime, but honestly I'm not as satisfied, and I'll tell you why. So I go into my history. That is my official mail. No, I'm not on the good account. This is the right account. And now I have these images, and let's say I added that perspective that you saw on other chats and the furniture, and you can see that it's completely messed up. Okay, it has taken some sort of wall and put it here, but the proportions are weird. This is very high up. Yeah, it's kind of weird, and this is weird as well. Okay, it has taken this, but it isn't the same room. So while it looks realistic, it doesn't have the accuracy of fitting to an image. Grok might have another application, which is to research as Perplexity AI links and stuff, and check many sources and send its agents to research, and then return to me working links, which is great. So for example, I go to Green Facade Solutions, and I asked him to make a list of 50 products, and I can go and check various links, and most of the times the links will work. That's a great problem with links, and yeah. So most of them open, which is great. I won't wait to load all the pages, but as you can see, 80-90% of the links work, which is great actually. And yeah, that's great to see. Now we can go back to ChatGPT and to check our image. So the furniture was added successfully. We didn't request necessarily to add these, but at least the furniture was accurate, so I can consider myself satisfied. Maybe I can ask it to maybe I can ask it to make it another proportion. Make the image I asked it to change the ratio. I don't know if it will render it as requested, but I guess it will try. So as for now, I'm satisfied with the result, and I can show you some other applications. So I said that Grok is good for researching systems, for example, products. It is also good to research, let's say, references. Let's see if I have let's see if I have some references. Yeah, let's check. I wanted to search in Bucharest some references, but it's not what I was expecting. I will ask it to research key references for hotels, let's say near rivers in Europe from architecture sites like Arch Daily, Divizare, Architectura Viva. I think this was a Spanish site. I'm not remember, etc. And I think it will research and show me some examples with some images. Meanwhile, let's check the rendering. It still works on it. So what I like about Grok, it has these 4 agents or 5 that research many links, just as Perplexity does, but it does more thoroughly. That's what I like about Grok. For images, not that good, but for researching is great to crawl on multiple websites. So we can see that it has found some examples, and now I think it will display to us some images. So let's see. Oh, so yeah, that's great. We have some images with the hotel itself. We have some references. So we have some references. As fiddling around with Perplexity and Grok, I think Grok is better because it understands the architectural terms quite well and can find more relevant references for your purpose. Of course, nothing beats Pinterest. You can scroll and scroll and scroll on Pinterest and check out various designs. But if you want to check more niche stuff, then Grok is the way. This is a trial of the Super Grok, uh, and you can do it too. This trial. It still has a lot to render. Anyway, I'm satisfied with the results. Now I'm going to check Perplexity, and generally Perplexity is good for debugging. So let's say, how do I do an adaptive curtain wall panel in Revit. It will search most likely the tutorial. You can also Google, but it will summarize the information, and you will get the information far faster. So it has shown me some good tutorials. I think I watched this one. I'm not sure. Yes, I think I used it. The left one. And now you have the instructions, and most of the times they are accurate. And you can use it. Oh, I don't know why I have this error. So you type whatever error you have, and you will solve your stuff. Additionally, you have a Gemini feature, which is on the phone, and you can film the interface and guide yourself through it. I have learned ArchiCAD this way, some buttons and how to do walls, composites and so on. So in this case, it might prove useful for you. Perplexity for offering updated information with no hallucination. That's the most important part. And Gemini for giving on-the-spot information. But that's only a mobile app, and I won't show that today, maybe in another tutorial. So basically these are the workflows. I almost forgot that I have Claude, and he can also do some sort of research. I have asked him to make a research for these green facades, and we have these great results. And I checked the links, and most likely work. Let me check. City green, living walls. Let's check. Yeah, we have some websites. So another handy application would be to do some interactive maps. Even though I had some problems, it did, let's say, the HTML CSS stuff, but the map was so and so. But it did at some point some interesting interactive map. This one. So I researched it. At the jury, it wasn't so well appreciated, but if you research for other stuff, maybe it might help you. So I had a map done by Claude using Google Maps and showing that I have a bunch of law firms scattered in the old center, and we did it, and they did it also on a great dashboard with various stats. The professors might be a bit difficult to convince, in the sense that maybe the data has to be more researched. So okay, you have these stats, but where do they come from? Because these stats were improvised by Claude. So maybe if you have an architectural review where you have some or 3 or 5 people at the jury that need to be convinced that what you say is correct, then in this case you should go to the bottom of the pit and see, okay, it has made Claude this kind of data, where this data has come from, and this is an important aspect. It's wrote in Romanian, but I summarize. So yeah, it has the distribution of what type. So it's let's say a lawyer, then there's one that when someone does not pay the, let's say, the bills or the debt or the mortgage, someone has to seize basically the assets themselves, and there are some legal professionals which are specialized in this type of operation. Then the other ones are notaries, or in Romania it's notar, and this term means that when you do a transaction that it must be registered. And when you have those uh, legal professionals in legal disputes, and you have also distribution and where it is requested and where it's not. So it can do also some floor plan scenarios, some diagrams, if you are interested. And I was pretty satisfied. In my case, it was difficult to prove my point. Maybe not all may be convinced, but you can play around and maybe the professors or whoever you show the statistics to might be convinced. And yes, that might be an idea. Other thing which is good for Claude, um, let's see. I think we have what is good is for web interface and technical stuff. I was researching some LLM models, but that's not the focus. I research the web interface examples. I do not have readily available, but anything that looks something like this, it's good by Claude. So to conclude, these were all the tools that you can use. Of course, they're not all. There are also some plugins, like Raven, that integrate with Revit. But in that case, I haven't quite found to do anything worthy of significance, in the sense that it has some geometric errors and wasn't fairly convinced of the uh, workflow. So as for start, these are the AI applications for architecture in general. Image generation, debugging, reference researching, uh, and analysis, dashboards, database. So these are four use cases for, let's say, architectural applications. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another tutorial.